Pleasant Grove Elementary School staff violated the trust of parents when they promoted a secret UBU club to students without notifying parents and without seeking permission. This club was held during lunchtime, and some students as young as second grade were invited, or more accurately, recruited to be in the club. Mr. Bishop announced that the club was for boys who crush on boys or girls who crush on girls, but that anyone could come and there would be special games to play at this lunchtime club that they couldn't play anywhere else. One student reported to his mom that he wanted to go to the club to play the secret cool games. Mr. Bishop also told students to not tell their parents. This elementary school requires permission to participate in gardening club and has a weekly newsletter with all outlined activities for the week. But somehow this club got lost in the shuffle of things, according to the principal. The club took place once before parents found out about it from their children. Then 30 parents came to a meeting with the principal and Mr. Golden, where the administrators admitted that the district has 5 to 10 other UBU type clubs at elementary schools. Since that time, the school has not shared about the club with other parents beyond the 30 parents that initially attended the meeting. Why? In fact, there has not been much response at all, except for an email that stated the district was seeking their legal counsel on the matter. If you have to seek legal counsel, doesn't that send up even more red flags and validate parent concerns that lines were crossed? Perhaps you should have sought your legal counsel before initiating this club. To be clear, the topic of the club is not important. What parents are rightfully upset about is your clear efforts to keep secrets from them, hold this club during the middle of the day to hide it from parents, not seek their permission, and for the teacher to encourage their very young children to keep secrets from them. Thank you.
Next up is Kyle Dixon, followed by Ted Brown.
Cool, thank you. I stand before you to express my concern about the recent establishment of the UBU Club at Pleasant Grove Elementary School. While I understand the importance of providing a safe space for all, I am deeply troubled by the intentional deception regarding the UBU Club. The fact that the club is called UBU in certain circumstances, but Rainbow Clubs and others, shows the intentional deception surrounding the club. As a parent, I believe it is essential to be informed about the activities and initiatives taking place at the school, especially those that may involve sensitive topics. It is concerning that parents were not notified in advance. In response to a large group of parents voicing their concerns, the district response was to provide teachers with training on how to resist parents. I've been a police officer for over 10 years, and I understand the importance of parental consent and involvement. As you would expect, if an officer engages a child in any fashion, a parent expects notification. Why would a teacher be any different? It is unacceptable for any teacher or administrator to keep secrets from parents concerning their own children. I have seen the dangers children who establish behaviors of keeping secret from parents has. The story almost always ends tragically. This is a dangerous, divisive tactic that those with nefarious intent often use to exploit children, not protect them. Secret relationships between teachers and children is grooming. I urge you, as you have lost the trust of many parents, including myself, with your tactics and lack of transparency, to restore trust in this board, you must begin by respecting parents' rights and ensuring that programs in the school are not shrouded in secrecy. Thank you.
Next up is Kirk, followed by Mary Cogden.
Hi. A few months ago, I came here to call out this board for abandoning principles of transparency and being biased in favor of a certain political agenda rather than serving the educational interests of students and their families. Well, I'm back here again today to do the same thing. Again, this board has helped to create a district culture which both encourages child sexualization and hides it from parents. Now, it's bad enough that you've done this to post-pubescent teenagers with porn in the libraries and public drag shows. But now we know there are secret rainbow clubs in at least one elementary school, possibly up to 10 of these elementary schools. On top of that, when a school principal was called out on this, less than a month later, there was magically a teacher training put on by the Youth Development Office to help teachers and staff respond to parents who may have a problem, just a small problem, with a stranger having secret sexual conversations with their 8-year-old. Now, I had some questions. I sent those to my son's principal and to the superintendent, and I did hear back, but those answers only created more questions. But I have a couple of different questions for the board. Number one, what the hell? And number two, what the hell? And I'm censoring myself, so Now, I would have liked to have come here with serious, non-rhetorical questions about this issue, which in a normal world would have been an isolated incident of an overzealous school staff member. But at this point, I know any questions I would ask would fall on deaf ears. It's a clear trend now. This board has created a district culture where child sexualization isn't the exception, it's the rule. It's not just in high school anymore, it's in grade school. If this school board had existed in 2005, you'd all be the villains in an episode of Criminal Minds.
Next up, Mary Congdon, followed by JD Mayer.
Good evening. I'm here today to address the lack of parental transparency on the sensitive issue of an LGBTQ club initiated at Pleasant Grove Elementary School. The establishment of a gay club in elementary school raises concerns about age appropriateness. While fostering inclusivity is vital, it's crucial to evaluate the developmental readiness of our children's young minds for such discussions. We must ensure a balanced approach to inclusivity and age-appropriate education. Collaboration with parents is fundamental for a harmonious and effective educational environment. No other club has been promoted by going from classroom to classroom. It appears their lack of transparency was to avoid all of the parental repercussions. I questioned my son's teacher that day, asking why parents were not informed about such a sensitive club. Her response, it's a safe place for students to go and discuss their sexuality without having to come out to their parents. I sent an email to the principal inquiring why parents weren't informed. Her response, it was lost in the shuffle. I asked why there weren't any permission slips required, and she said because we fear that the parents will say no. I believe this is in violation of parental rights.
Mr. Bishop announced that the club was for boys who crush on boys or girls who crush on girls, but that anyone could come and there would be special games to play at this lunchtime club that they couldn't play anywhere else.
黙ってろバカ。お前がベーゼちゃんの敵だから飛ばすんだよ。